All right, y'all. Do you want to talk about the Dodgers salary cap of the rap game? Kendrick Lamar. I love Sunday Night Records. Y'all want to talk about I assume you guys want to talk about the Kendrick Lamar shit.
Well, yeah. That motherfucker, Kendrick messy as hell, bro. Like this motherfucker. Hey, this motherfucker will disappear. He will give you one album every 5 years, but he gonna hop on somebody's record and he gonna talk his shit and he gonna shake the motherfucking rap game up, just like he did here on Like That on the Future Metro Boomin album, where he was like you know when Cole and Drake teamed up for First Person Shooter, like that was a moment, bro. Like both the motherfuckers were rapping. I think Cole got the W on that one, but both the motherfuckers went in, and it just felt like for all of the people who grew up where you know Cole and fucking Drake were like the top guys in the 2010s. That was just a moment for us, right? And then you know there was a bar on there where you know where Cole had said like you know the big three, you know what I'm saying, and he was giving props to that era and. Kendrick hopped out here like, yo, fuck all this, you know, buddy shit y'all on. I'm better than both of y'all motherfuckers. Fuck that shit y'all said. Yeah, he said, I don't fuck with none of y'all. I'm better than both of y'all motherfuckers. And Kendrick has been wanting war with Drake, especially for a minute, bro. Like,
can you break that down? Because I don't know. I'm wondering where that beef came from. You know, people I've seen like YouTube links, but I didn't care enough to look at it.
Can I offer a hypothesis? Are you aware of how Kendrick Lamar grew up and how Drake grew up? And if,
of course.
If people are telling you y'all two are at the top of your industry, how would you feel about Drake?
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, I did not know the exact falling out, but I can tell you the jabs that were thrown. You're right.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly why there's been, you know, tension between them, but you know, we all remember the BET cypher where, you know, of course, first we had Control. Mm-hmm. Where you know Kendrick called out every fucking top rapper in fucking 2014 on that.
That's
shit,
a
right?
Big Sean joint, right?
Yeah. The Big Sean shit with him and Jay Electronica, where he was calling out all those rappers, you know, by name: Wale, Tyler the Creator, fucking Mac Miller, you know, Drake, J. Cole, A$AP, calling out everybody on that.
Everybody,
shit, right? Everybody. And then there was a moment where Elliott Wilson had a sit down with Drake, and they had a discussion, and Drake was like, you know. And then they discussed the Control verse. And Drake was like, yeah, you know, that was cool, but it was just a moment. He was like, who's listening to that shit today? And you know what I'm saying? He got some chuckles and shit from the crowd, right?
A little salty.
Yeah. He got some chuckles and shit from the crowd.
On salt.
But then, funny shit is, and Elliott Wilson is on fucking, he's on film saying this shit, that during Summer Jam, this was before Meek Mill came out and said Drake had ghostwriters, right? And you know that there's a line on Kane Kuta where Kendrick says, but a rapper with a ghostwriter, how the fuck that happened? Woo, you know that shit, right? Right? And Kendrick, when he's performing this shit for the first time before To Pimp a Butterfly even dropped, he looks at Elliott because like you know, you got to connect the dots here. Elliott had that moment with Drake where Drake just said that shit was just a moment, no one cares anymore. Mm-hmm. And Kendrick, before he says that ghostwriter shit, he goes, hey, yo, Elliott, but a rapper with a ghostwriter, how the fuck that happened, nigga? Right. And so you can tell he's throwing a shot back at Drake there. Right. Yeah. So it's always been tension between them. And we could probably point back to that being the moment, you know, from where it all stems from. But yeah, it's been jabs, it's been subliminals, but it wasn't no subliminals with this shit. Kendrick flat out came out and said, fuck First Person Shooter, which was the name of the song that, you know, Drake and Cole collaborated on. He was like, you know, fuck all this shit. Us big three can, you know, hold hands and be grateful of the moment we had. He said, no, I want war, nigga. And I've been wanting war and I love it.
But it was interesting. It's like him and Cole like have an album that they've basically done together and haven't dropped.
Yeah.
Like he fucks with Cole. He actually fucks with Cole. You feel me?
He was on the Dreamville shit, and his shit was one of my favorite fucking songs. And shit. I woke up wanting money, that shit.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I think with Cole, it's healthy competition. He just wants to spar with Cole. I think with Drake, he just doesn't like the
obliterate Drake.
Yes, he wants to fight Drake. He wants to spar with Cole, but he wants to fight Drake. You feel me?
So y'all seen that video of that wrestler with his legs split all the way open? Have y'all seen that shit? He wants to sprain that nigga's tank. He wants to splay Drake open for the world to see. Crazy as hell.
So here's my question to you, Tyler. Is the reason we haven't had a real Kendrick Lamar Drake beef because Kendrick only really cares about the like that part of rap every so often, or is it because Drake has been declining the invite to engage, basically? Like,
listen.
who do you blame for the fact that we have not gotten that excitement, from two of the biggest names in music?
Motherfuckers don't want it with Kendrick. It's that fucking simple. Your favorite rapper does not want it with Kendrick. Like, you can talk all the shit about Kendrick you want. You can have whatever criticism of his music you want. People do not want to step in the ring with that motherfucker because that motherfucker can flat out rap. Can rap his fucking ass off. Like, you look at Control, he called out everybody on that shit. The only motherfucker who stepped to him was fucking drunk fucking Diddy. Right? Drunk ass, worst motherfucker on the planet, Sean Combs, stepped to that motherfucker. And the funny shit is, J. Cole intervened on that shit and stepped to Puff on Kendrick's behalf. But yeah, it's Kendrick is he's Omar, bro. He's Omar from The Wire.
Pulling up with the shotgun.
Pulling up with the shotgun, whistling Farmer in the Dell. He has been wanting smoke for so fucking long, and nobody wants to dance with him. And like I said, I get it because that motherfucker is raw. You step to Kendrick, you got to pack a lunch, bro. It's gonna be a long fucking day.
And then when you said there's no subliminals, like you knew who he was talking about, but there were still some coded ass raps in that shit where that nigga was playing with words in ways that niggas don't play with. He was getting everything out of every fucking syllable he rapped. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so this is shit that hits direct, and then there's that other shit coming from the side as well. Like when you did the breakdown of the song, I'm like, like that shit was crazy. I think was it you that tweeted that? I think you tweeted out where like it was a breakdown of like of each bar. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, but yeah, man, he different. I think Drake is a what's crazy. We talked about that. Drake is a rapping ass nigga when
Drake
he wants
can rap
to
his ass off.
But when it comes to like beef, he hasn't relied on bars. He's relied on like jokey joke shit when he came at, pushing shit. Like, and then pushing like that nigga with the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
But we joked about it. It's like, hey, film me and Will Smith laughing at this.
Right.
Like that's been his response.
Or he'll clown you on, it's like he's trying to win the internet war. You know what I'm saying? But like with Kendrick, ain't none of that shit, bro. Like you ain't gonna win that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both are head to head, you know what I'm saying? Not just as popular, but Kendrick's popular enough where you're not going to just beat him on the internet. You're going to have to out-rap this nigga, and you're just not going to be able to do it. You know what I mean?
You're not beating him with quote
some
tweets.
Cutesy jabs or some quote tweet shit. None of that matters, bro. You know what I mean? You got to take him seriously, and I don't know if he has that shit in him, bro. You know what I mean? And I think Drake is a great rapping nigga, but Kendrick is only one we've ever seen, period.
Kendrick's different. There's a handful of rappers who, when I listen to them at their best, I'm like, okay, this guy might be the best fucking rapper of all time. Just straight up rapping, right? Like it's fucking Black Thought is there for me. Lupe Fiasco is there for me. Andre 3000, and it's Kendrick, and that might be the list. Like when I'm talking about guys.
Jay?
No. Jay at his no. Jay has never had a moment where like this is the best rapper I've ever heard.
You're talking. This is actually really funny because this is actually a rehash of your guys' skills conversation. Because I know exactly what Tyler's talking about. You're talking about this specific kind of rap.
Yeah,
yes.
Jay
has the skills though. Like I think Jay in the Webster's dictionary version of skills, guys.
Jay has never had a verse for me where I was like, this is the best rapper I've ever heard. I think he has a case for being the greatest rapper of all time.
Okay, yeah.
Right, but there is never
because he's the best at the most parts of the
Like look at that fucking Black Thought Funk Master Flex freestyle where he went in for 15 fucking minutes. Jay doesn't have that in his bag.
Jay doesn't have that relationship. He doesn't have that relationship to the mic, John.
He doesn't have the relationship to the I think Jay doesn't have the relationship with rap like that. Like he could probably do it. I think he has the ability. You feel what you about to say? What you about to say, Mike?
That's just I'm just using all of your arguments from the. It's like he doesn't have the relationship with the ball. Like he's a great he's a great musician, but he doesn't have that specific.
I'm not gonna get into the argument, bro. We were talking about how hoopers talk hoops. It's different. Let's respect how they talk hoops. That's all I was saying.
But anyway, Tyler's making the exact same argument about music because that's a fact. Because if you ask any rappity rap motherfucker about Mural by Lupe Fiasco, That's Kyrie's ball handling. That's like, I don't want to hear about the promotional tour or what features they got. It's like no other motherfucker could do that because he has that relationship with the basketball, bro. It's just different.
Yeah. I mean, and to your credit, I think Lupe's flat out the best lyricist ever, bro.
I'm not getting to
he
this
gets
argument.
my vote. He gets my vote. But with that said, and I guess this kind of links to who my Dookie Butt of the week would be. But
we can get into let's do it right now. Yep.
Yeah, it's Drake stands because like whenever there's a moment where someone goes at Drake, you see his stands rushing to his defense. And I don't know if Drake himself has shifted this. I'm not putting this on Drake. I think it's a combination of the social media era, of the streaming era, of where everything is quantified now. And whenever there's someone going at Drake, the first thing Drake stands do is they try to discredit this man by saying Drake is a bigger star. Drake has more streaming records. Drake has more Grammys. Drake did a bigger selling concert than them. And we don't give a fuck about that. We never gave a fuck about that in my era, at least. Right? Like when a motherfucker went at a rapper, regardless of where they were on the fucking social hierarchy, like Prodigy, we love Prodigy. Prodigy was one of our GOATs, right? He wasn't on Jay-Z's tier. But when Prodigy went at Jay-Z, none of us were like, oh, Prodigy is crazy. He doesn't have as many platinum records as Jay-Z. That wasn't the discussion, bro. We was like, oh, Prodigy went at Jay. Jay got to come back. Jay got to, now we got to see what Jay do. And Jay came back with Take Over, chop that motherfucker's head off to his fucking credit, right? But we were just not on that whole streaming streaming wasn't a thing back then. Just on record sales and first week numbers and platinum records. We was like, bro, when motherfuckers say, yo, let's go to war, it's time to rap. That's all we gave a fuck about then. The motherfuckers don't give a fuck about rap now. It's all a popularity contest. And like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily Drake's fault, but I think that Drake is a unique case in the fact of the matter is this. I think so many people I think that Drake's case for being a GOAT is that we've never seen anyone be the top guy this fucking long. Right? He's been the top guy since So Far Gone 15 fucking years ago. Right? And we've never seen that type of run where a guy is just that guy for that long. And I think that has kind of misconstrued a lot of people's perceptions where, if a guy goes at the top guy in the rap game, then it doesn't matter, who the underdog is because the top guy's going to be the top guy. He wins just off that alone. When the fact of the matter is, like I said, going back to when fucking Jay-Z and all of them were battling, we knew Jay-Z was a top guy. We didn't give a fuck about that. Like I said, Prodigy's going at you, bro. It's time to get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? We didn't give a fuck about that, but I think that I don't know if we're ever just going to have those conversations where motherfuckers just want to see motherfuckers rap when it's time to beef anymore, bro. It's always going to be a popularity contest. It's like Ariana Grande versus, motherfucking Olivia Rodrigo or whatever the fuck now. You know what I'm saying? That's what rap feels like.
Yeah. I mean, well, like when we were kids, like MTV did a whole segment on Eminem versus cannabis. You know what I mean? No one at any point was like, well, one of these people is a multi-platinum selling artist and the other one of them is cannabis. Like that was not the argument that was being had. MTV
it was both
played
of these motherfuckers can
cannabis
rap. Who's going to out-rap who?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that was MTV. That was not like like the voice of rap. Like that was even in the discussion of popular media, that was still like the way it was squared up, for sure.
The thrill and excitement of March Mania is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbooks apps, is giving new customers a shot to turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets with any college basketball bet.
The men's tournament is a blast every year, but I'm hyped for the women's tourney too. Got to tap in to see Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and Juju Watkins. North Carolina listeners, don't forget DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in your state.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.